Everybody shut up. All right. Yo, this is the second episode of The Inside Out. We are recording the podcast in ACCVS Studio, accompaniment.voicesstudio.com, accvs.com. If you have anything to record, if you want to do something related to recording a musical, you can come here.com. This is the website. You can visit their website and you can, all right, so this is the second episode. We're going to talk about our favorite rappers and their lifestyles.
You.
Okay, we just changed the topic.
We can just change the topic.
Look, all right, let me add something. Imagine, hello guys, this is the second episode of The Inside Out. I'm here with Alishay, Diana, and Mandy. We're four of us right here. We're going to talk about stuff. The thing is, I want you all to imagine something. Imagine the year's 2040. It's 20 years from now. And now we're surrounded with technological beings. Just imagine yourself living in a city with AI-driven cars, vehicles. Everything is driven with artificial intelligence. You no longer have the need to drive anything. Instead of police officers, there are drones controlling people, recording criminal activity, and even arresting criminals. And you go home and you have your own very personal assistant, an android who looks like a human, acts like a human, talks like a human, behaves like a human. Every attribute is exactly like how a human acts. And you can use the android to assist you with everything you have, with your homework, with cooking, basically, or taking care of somebody that you cannot take care of. This is the world we will be living in not a very far future from now, a very close future, something that we will see. And we're going to talk about how we feel about this, how we feel about the integration of technology in our lives, how we feel to have an artificial limb, like a hand or an arm or even an eye, basically, in our bodies to enhance our abilities. So we're going to talk about that here. We're going to talk about a lot of these stuff. Ali, right here, he's a fan of these things. He's a fan. He studies technology. And Diana and Mandy are a little bit different in some aspects, and they challenge some of the aspects, and they have their reasons as to why. We're going to talk about that. So, Ali, what do you have to say about this future?
First of all, I love technology. I'm kind of techno nerd. Probably. And, sometimes technology is kind of dark, but if you look so deep at what is going on in technology world, you can see that we are moving toward the nature, probably.
We are doing what?
Towards nature?
Yeah, we are getting more and more close to what nature is. With technology, we are trying to simulating everything.
Let me pause you here.
Nature.
By the definition of nature, what do you mean? Like, you mean forests and nature and the things that are...
Everything natural. For example, physics. We are trying to simulating physics in technology. Why we are doing that?
To destroy the nature that we are living in.
No, probably not. Probably because we want to dominate our environment, because there was a time that we were ancient people surrounded by nature, very dangerous nature, and we were being hunted, we were being killed, everything else. But today, most of people have equal opportunities to make their lives. And how do you see this? How do you describe this without technology? Please describe me.
Okay, but there's something, I don't think that we are moving towards helping the nature and stuff. And personally, I think control is an illusion. And what technology wants is to control some stuff, but literally control is an illusion and we can never control stuff, okay? So I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you at all.
At all?
No.
Really?
And what's the point in controlling nature? Even right now, we can't control nature. If you think about it, we can't control earthquakes that much. And what we are talking about are computers, okay? Maybe there are some other technologies, but I think the thing we are talking about, we're just discussing right now is computer devices that we have. Not, for example, the new technology of building houses that help people, not help buildings to be more strong when an earthquake happens.
And he mentioned something about everybody has equal, I don't know, what did you say? Opportunity to do, I don't know, to choose their life or whatever. You kidding me? Have you seen the South Africa?
Yeah.
No, have you seen here? You kidding me? It's like if you could, I don't know, like. Use the technology, as you said, it's like in equal way, yes.
Come on.
Okay, but no.
Technology isn't in its final step,
Let me interrupt here by saying we need to clarify a couple of things first. I think what he meant was different from what you two understood. Let me ask a question of Ali.
Okay.
Ali, do you believe that the technology that we have right now and the possible technology that we're going to have in the future is going to be a healthy, a harmonious relationship between human life, which includes nature and includes forests, includes our healthy environment, the thing that we are living off of? Do you think it's going to be a healthy integration of technology and humans, or will there be an overtake by technology on humans, and which basically concludes with the kind of a loss of control of technology and technology gaining control over us and then ultimately destroying everything that we have?
It is possible that technology take control of everything. It is kind of possible, but this is the destiny of technology to become to obtain kind of harmony with nature, with with human lives. Because we are going to make quantum computers. You know what is quantum computers?
No, I don't.
It's a kind of simulator, to nature. For example, you want to fertilize a ground and grow some corns. Okay, you may do it in a way that you learn from your, your relatives or from internet or anything else. You may do it wrong, you may do it okay. They're all possible. But with quantum computers, you can do it exactly in the way that nature wants to be.
Okay, can I say something? I think you are a little bit more optimistic than everybody is,
Okay.
Because... it's like you say, yes, we are using technology in a good way. Okay. But I'm not going to say 100%, but I'm pretty sure that people are going to use it in a really, fucked up way. I'm sorry to say that. Seriously, it's like they're going to do lots of... Now, the technology we have, okay, they're just building some, robots that killing people, like...
Today.
Bombs and stuff, yes,
And technology has caused a lot of problems nowadays. We've got a lot of mental illnesses that was caused by social media.
Yeah.
And our expectations were raised by this technology. We want more and more, and I think at the end, we will kind of be sacrificed because of our expectations.
To balance it out, your opinions, because Ali, yes, he does have a natural tendency to go optimistically about everything. Not everything, basically everything, and that's not wrong. That's really good to basically not look at the negative sides of things. Also, the thing is, it would be wrong if you basically ignore the negative things.
Of course,
you can basically have the negative aspect of technology, but yet look at the positive side at the same time. The thing is to balance it out. You two have the opinion that technology causes more harm than it does benefits,
sure,
and you have the idea that technology does more benefit than it does harm. So is social media or anything that technology has brought us is to be blamed for the the loss of control and the consequences that it has brought, or is it the humans who are to blame? So is it humans who cannot comprehend the way to use technology properly, or is it the technology itself that ruins everything? So which one is it? Is it the natural tendency of humans? Totally? So,
okay. I think actually, first of all, we don't have that education. We don't have that education to, I don't know, how to use social media, how to interact with social media, especially in third world countries. We don't have that at all, okay? But generally, I think there are some people who are controlling this stuff, or for example, controlling Instagram. And, they want us to be addicted. They want us to have some mental illnesses because they're making money out of it.
All right, along the lines of technology, let's move a little bit further from social media. The thing is, the thought of having androids that look like humans, human-like androids, is not something that, you cannot imagine. It's just perfectly reachable, not in a long-distance future. It's a very...
we have some of them.
Yeah, we have those. Yeah. But, an android that looks exactly like 100% like a human, that acts like a human, behaves like a human, is something that can propose kind of different feelings from people. Some people are curious, they're intrigued by the idea, that they say, this is great, this is something that kind of shows the apex of technology, human intelligence. Some people are very frightened by this, that they say that robots will basically... I get it. The robots will basically take over our lives, and the naturalness of human interaction will no longer have a meaning. The synthetic relationship between humans. This is the idea. This is not my idea. This is the basic idea that a lot of people, actually the majority of people, are against the idea of having robots integrated with their lives, because they think that the synthetic relationship between humans and nature is no longer existent, and it's something that you can no longer feel. Robots will never have feelings. However complex you can emulate feelings in a robot,
it's again fake.
It will no longer be the actual feeling of a human. This is an idea. What do you have to say about this, all of you?
Okay, wait a second. You said, it's like the communication between these two and the stuff, and the dangerous side and safe side and whatever. But, one thing I want to say is human beings, okay, how can I say, they are never satisfied with anything, okay?
Yeah.
The more we have technology, the more they're eager to just make it more and more and more and better, and, it's like flawless, and I think if they do it, if they continue doing it, okay, we are going to just, how can I say it? Somehow we are going to lose ourselves,
What do you mean by ourselves? I have some, I have some issues with some bases in our discussions. For example, about the opportunity thing.
Okay.
About...
what about it?
For example, you said that, have you seen African people? I've never seen them, okay? But I saw them in internet. Okay, they have some opportunity to do many things with technologies today. But for example, I see Iran. We are living in Iran, a third world country.
Okay.
Which we are amplifying our thoughts using microphone, using computers, using podcasts, internet, everything related to technology. The only natural thing here is us.
And we are going to destroy that too.
Probably not, And in the second thing, what was the next thing, the last thing you said about...
We are going to lose ourselves?
Yeah, lose ourselves. What do you mean by ourselves? Because we are dying and next generation are coming and probably AI is kind of sorted in our evolution, Do you believe in consciousness or, I don't know, being different from any other creatures?
What do you mean?
For example, I have consciousness, and for example, that robot doesn't have any consciousness, and he or she decides just by some statements in programming or something like that.
It's like I was telling Mehdi, like yesterday, it was like, do you remember, it's like I talked about that country, I said they were making some robots, and the robots start to communicate with each other. And okay, it's like, I don't know, have you heard that or not? But it's like, it was a country. I don't know which country. I don't remember. Okay, it was like many years ago. I heard about that. But they say that they made some they made some computers kind of stuff. Okay, and those two computers, okay, I don't know what, they start to communicate with each other in a language that people didn't understand. It became dangerous, and they started just killing people. But they, it's like somehow they shut them down. Okay, so that was like many years ago. Imagine what would happen like 40 years from now.
Guys, can I ask you a question here? We talked about androids, and you said people think that their feelings are fake, the android's feelings.
Well, right? I'm not saying that. It's a general idea.
Yeah. I'm saying a majority of people think like this. Okay, the question I have is that our feelings is real or not? How do we know that our feelings isn't fake like their feelings?
Exactly. This is my question too.
Okay, so we don't know. Actually, after many years, psychology have developed and stuff, but they don't know exactly how our feelings work. Maybe we are just in the same way. Okay, so I'm a technophobe. I'm saying that. I'm a little bit scared of this theory of, androids and stuff, but I really like to see something like this. I will like them to see how they change, how they develop to something more complex, maybe more smarter than us. It's a bright idea.
And
I really like it.
Today we have AEI. Today we have AEI, artificial emotional intelligence. It's a kind of machine who can decide by its emotion. And why do we call it emotions? Because it is so close to our emotions. If it was not, we didn't call it emotion. We probably said that this is logical. Emotional decisions is something that we are deciding by, some memories, some other stuff in our brains.
Or some, even unconsciously we talk about it. And I have a question. How do you simulate feelings in a robot? Do you know anything about it?
I read some, but you guys can talk about it. And
let me shift to the time that Mandy said we're going to lose ourselves. I think what she means by that is through the process of integrating technology in our lives, the naturalness, the synthesity of ourselves will be lost. And that thing, basically, I'm neither against or for that. I'm never radically for or against anything in any situation. The thing is, I'm just, trying to understand what people, what people's understandings are of things. The thing is, like, the way we are. We understand that we are, and we don't have a complete understanding of how we do things. And scientists don't even have a full understanding of how the brain works even. So the thought of replacing that with something that we ourselves have created through algorithms of numbers and math and physics is kind of intimidating to think. It's kind of like because the reason I think is because we don't understand how it works. To think that
why you're saying this?
I think you misunderstood me.
How technology works.
We don't understand the way it can either improve or improve our lifestyles or can destroy our lifestyles. So it's only natural to think that these will go wrong or these will go to a right place. It's only natural to think based on previous occurrences throughout the world by technology. The thing is, what Mandy says is the synthetic natural human relationship, the interaction that we have in between us.
Yeah.
We are not going to have it in future. I'm sorry.
Basically, to absolutely say that we're not going to have it is more through the size of pessimism, because pessimism is overtaking the fact that technology might have a better outcome that we can think. Or to completely think of it optimistically is also wrong, that we can say that no, technology will improve every aspect of our lives. Neither side is wrong. Neither is right. Both are choices, both are thoughts, but we're just going to have to see what happens in the future.
But I have a different idea here. I think that we can use technology in a good way if we have the education, but we don't have the education. For example, if someone feels insecure when they're checking, I don't know, an influencer page or something, it's because the insecurity comes from himself or comes from herself. It doesn't have anything to do with the technology. Okay. So if you have the education, if you understand that everybody has a separate life and you're not going to live exactly like that influencer, if you reach that point in yourself, you're not just going to feel bad about it. You're not going to experience some mental diseases. You're not going to just go do surgery because some guy did it in Instagram. Okay. I think it comes from ourselves. It comes from our mental health. And I think that governments or maybe some people who are controlling these applications, they don't want us to have this education.
Sure.
Because if we have them, we don't go buy that bed that we saw in someone's story last night, or we don't go do surgery like someone did. Okay. Like a celebrity did. Okay. So I think it's not that it's something bad. It's just that we don't know how to use it.
But I'm sure Ali has a lot to say about this, but he's not going to say it because we're going to have a break. We'll be back.
Come on.
Positive, negative sides of technology, future prospects of technology. We have people for and against these prospects, and I'm somewhere in between. I'm trying to listen to what these sides will have to say. So let's go back to the topic of technology. I'm going to ask you a question, Ali.
Okay.
How would you feel about, let's say, let me ask you this. Would you consider living with androids who look like humans and act like humans, but they're not ultimately humans? Would you like to live with them, interact with them? Will you be able to talk to them the way that you can talk to a human?
That's a good question. If they're human enough, they're human-like enough to trick my mind, which I really cannot divide them. They are human, they are android. So yeah, of course.
That is a very good point. Let me clarify that thing because I have something to say. He said that if they're human enough, and it's enough. And that's very interesting because look at the scenario where my own experience a couple of years I had my experience with lucid dreams. Do you know what lucid dreams are? Yeah. Lucid dreams are the dreams that they are dreams, and so that they are dreams, you can control them. It's okay. He says to look at the microphone, talk to the microphone. So my experience was I had once a dream where it was a lucid dream, and I kind of woke up in the dream, and there was this field, there was this running river. The sound of the river hitting the rocks was very clear, and there was a tent. The tent was empty. It was a rather old tent. It was kind of worn out material, fabric, but because there was a strong wind, the tent was moving and the sound it was making was exactly how it would sound in real life. And so what I did was I was listening to the sound of this tent, and I was looking at, the sky was a little bit, it was getting dark. It was like, almost twilight. And then, and I went towards the river and I knelt. I put my hand inside the water, and I was feeling the sense of water in my hand was exactly the same synthetic feeling as I do in real life. So imagine we will do it in a simulated environment where you enter a room and everything that you experience is computer generated, but it feels so real that you cannot differentiate the difference between real life experience and a kind of a technological experience. So you can absolutely have no comprehension of which one is real. If they had you blindfolded and asked you which one do you think is real, a smell or a touch or a sense of feeling, and you would confuse them. So would you still think that just because the thought of the latter scenario where it's not natural, because it's not natural, is wrong, but you would not be able to differentiate the difference if you were not told it's technological? So is it like, if it's real enough, is it not enough? If it tricks you into believing that it's real, is it not real enough?
Okay. Can I just add something?
Yeah.
Okay. So about being real and stuff, okay, we don't know what exactly is real.
Of course we don't know. What I mean by our perception of what is real. Like, we don't philosophically know what is real or not.
I know. For example, you feel that it's like a river, okay?
Yeah.
You don't know that dream is real, or
the dream was like an exemplification of what I was trying to say. But imagine like they send you to this place, and you basically wake up in this place, right? The place is like, you wake up in a jungle. Pay attention. You wake up in a jungle. There are trees everywhere. You can touch the trees. There's like water. You can touch the water. You can even drink the water. And then suddenly they turn it off, and then you realize you're in a room with nothing. It's a computer simulated jungle with everything, but you didn't think it was a jungle. You didn't think it was an artificial jungle because it was so real that you couldn't recognize the difference. But so if you're given that, would you still believe that that is not what you should be given?
It can be another reality. Why not? It can be why the thing we have is a reality. Okay, maybe the thing that you go somewhere in a jungle, everything is real. Maybe that's another reality. So I'm not saying it's fake. No, I think it's kind of cool. And I can't say no, it's fake. You know? Yeah.
Damn. So what do you think?
Yeah, I still have problems with the aging though.
Oh, the aging of humans?
Yeah.
Aging.
But you said something about why do we age?
Yeah, why do we age?
We can stop aging, right? But what is the point of stopping aging? Like,
so you wait a second. Okay, so that got interesting.
It is something
wait a
that we
second,
can
that
do.
got interesting. You know, it's like you say, why should we age? Why shouldn't we? So, do you want to get old or not?
I don't know.
He doesn't like it. Okay, he hates it. Okay, to get old.
Okay.
So
that's true.
yeah,
To get old or more experienced?
No. I'm saying.
No, the decrepitude of getting old. You just become decrepit and you cannot walk properly. You're not yourself, basically. The way you are right now, you're not yourself as 60 years from now. You basically have the same feelings. The mentality doesn't change, but the physical attributes change.
Oh,
and
probably
you can
nobody likes it.
And then nobody likes it.
I like it.
Damn.
I know. I don't. I don't like that, but I like to die.
Thank you. That's my point.
I don't like to be like feeble and stuff, and I can't walk. Yeah. But I would love to die and see what happens. So because we are in this world for like 70 years, I want to see what's next.
You know what I hate about dying?
You don't know what's going on after that?
Exactly. The thing that I will miss out on the things that will happen to humanity. I will, like, if I say this to a lot of my, friends and, and you die, all right, I don't care if something happens after it or doesn't happen. I'm not talking about whatever happens after death. I'm talking about what happens here after I die. Right? What happens to Earth? What happens to humanity? And if I had the option to just basically die and be still given the chance to look at humanity and watch humanity and see how far they go in terms of technology and how they can integrate technology, will they lose it all? Will they destroy themselves in the process, or will they attain a hyper comprehension, hyper understanding?
I want to say something, guys. See, in my opinion, okay, something is beautiful when it's for just a short time. Okay, if you have it every day, forever, it's not going to be beautiful. The life that you say, imagine you are going to die. I don't know. They tell you, so you are going to die at the age of this. Okay, you are going to enjoy whatever you have. But if you're thinking that you are going to live forever, so at some point you will get bored.
Probably, probably not.
But what he was saying was different. Yeah, I'm with him in this because I would love to see the end. What's gonna happen at the end. Okay, so we tried all this time. We made all these philosophies. How are we going to end this?
You know, Mandy, I'm not against dying.
I'm
against not being able to see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, you know, yes, I agree, because what's the point of living infinitely? There's no point. It just needs to end somehow.
And there's no point for dying.
There's there's no point to that. Yes, there's a two side of that. I just want to see, like, there are two possibilities. Either our curiosity and our intrigueness destroys us in the process, or it gives humanity, like the integration of synthetic life and AI will give humanity an infinite understanding of, like, we become
limitless.
The deity of our existence. We become the infinite power, infinite comprehension of what is
God.
And what isn't. Exactly. And how, like, it would be even possible to even create synthetic life instead of asynthetic life. We would be able to, you know, create.
Mehdi, I want to mention something here. You know, these days there are lots of streamers everywhere. They're streaming games. I don't know, anything else. I don't want to talk about games. I want to talk about experiences. They are streaming experiences. And in future, probably there are some, you know, streamers who are streaming exactly some experiences. For example, experience of going to a, I don't know, very impossible mountain. And you can just put some stuff on your head and you can give exactly the same experience. And please tell me, on that time, how you can get bored, because curiosity never ends. And curiosity only dies when you lose your hope to see more things in the life.
Guys, have you watched that movie, Only Lovers Left Alive? It's for Jim Jarmusch.
No.
No? Okay, it's a story about two vampires who are living for like a long, long time. And it's the story of what they've been through all this time and stuff. And an interesting point about these two vampires is that they are hopeless about humans. They just live separately. They just go to Asian countries for living. They don't like, for example, London or Paris mostly. They just go to Asian countries to live. They don't like to interact with human beings because through all these changes, they think that one thing remained, still, and it never changed, and it was human. When you think about it, there's something in you that never changes. Maybe, there's some changes you make in yourself, your face changes, but deep inside there's something that never changes. And I think that's also possible for human beings. Yeah. So.
Right. All right, we're going to wrap it up by each of us having a conclusion of what we ultimately right now at this moment feel about the prospects of technology. So, Mandy, will you like spend like 1 or 2 minutes telling us what you still believe, the things that you believe about, you know, the prospects of technology, if it's bad or if it's not, and just get your opinion out.
Okay, so I think. Okay, so Ali was right. Maybe I will think about it. Okay, maybe I'm not going to promise you, but you know, yes, it could help us to improve about some stuff, such as, I don't know, like cure diseases or whatever. Okay, but at the same time, I think the more technology we have, okay, you know, the more diseases and mental issues and whatever we are going to have. Okay, it's like they're equal. You know, I think. At the end, it's not going to be pretty.
So it's like there's no progress. We progressed far enough, then we've brought much more calamity.
You know, for example...
All right. And then is that all you have to say? All right, thank you very much. And Diana, what do you have to say about this?
Okay, so I would like to see where this goes, all this technological stuff. what I have to tell people is that they're not going to inform you about how you're going to use technology. They're not going to inform you about how it is influencing your mind and your mental health. So you should just go read about it. Please take this seriously and go read about it. And I'm interested to see how it's going to end.
All right, stay vigilant, people. Lizard people are watching. It's a negative. It's a dangerous world. All right, Ali, you have to say something about this. No, I thought I was kidding.
I don't know. I'm a little more optimistic about this, but I'm agreed with Mandy and Diana about taking care more about our real life.
Yeah, being conscious.
Being conscious about real life, and also learning more about technological stuff, because this is something which is happening to us. We cannot deny it. And at the end, I think that technology is like dying. It is something which is coming to us, and we don't know is it a good thing, is it a bad thing, or is it just another thing which is happening, And I think after all, there's nothing to really worry about it. Probably we all die, but if we die by technology, it will be a good die. Yeah.
That's what a techno nerd would say.
All right. So basically,
yes.
we can't stop the progress of technology. There is no stopping.
Yeah.
And what might happen in the future is a dark picture. We cannot see what will happen in the future. It could be good, it could be bad, but there's no stopping it. There's only choices that we make. Is that to be conscious about ourselves, not to just get distracted about non-naturalness of life. Through the process, I'm going to conclude this podcast, but I need to point out that humanity needs humanity to survive. It's not the need for technology. Yes, we can have the greatest technology in the world. We can have the greatest synthetic life, or non-synthetic life in the world. We can have things that basically, we can have things that basically improve our lives to the point that we no longer need to worry about many things. But it's not the thing that we survive on. It's our humanity that we survive on. And then the thing that worries most of people, worries Mandy, I think, is the loss of the touch of humanity through technological progress. Is that we lose touch of ourselves, of who we are, of what we are. I wrote a little bit of text on my account, the Inside Out, is that we need to think and take into consideration of why we do things rather than what we do. Like, why are we doing this? Does it benefit us or not? But there's more to be said. There's much more to be said. I'm not going to get into the details. Thank you very much for listening. We are recording the podcast at the Accompaniment Voice Studios, accvst.com. If you have anything to, record, and if you have any questions, if you are into, musicals, you want to play music, you want to learn something, you want to learn singing, the sound engineer, Ali Alizadeh, is here. He does the work, and he's the master. You can contact him, and you can talk to him about whatever you have in your mind. Thank you very much, all of you, Ali, Diana, and Mandy, for this special session. We will catch you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Diana. Bye.
Bye.